I just wanted to show you, talk to you a little bit about the free model simulator used usually for flying model helicopters and airplanes. It's kind of it's actually a pretty good simulator, especially considering it's free. Now we can get a couple of models for the Mikrokopter, and there's other models, but this is for the hexacopter and octocopter is the one I'm interested in. So this is the location where you can go to the German translation, or the German version of it. I don't think there is an English version, so we can convert that to English by going to Google's translation website there. So I'm just pasting in the URL, and let's go to German and translate. Now there's a lot of information, or some good information on the flight model simulator, and so they'll give you some background on it, and the location on where you can download it, and there's some extra drivers that you may need if you have Vista or Windows 7, and some other information. Okay, so here's the Mikrokopter models that we're interested in here. And there's a couple of screenshots of the model. And to get them, after you've installed the simulator, you can go to the zip file directory for the FMS models and download the plugins or the models that you're interested in. And I've already done that, and I placed them in this directory. So the program files FMS is where I installed the program, and in here I've extracted the hexa files and Octo1 files in the same directory here. I had earlier used the Dragonfly, and it was pretty good for, it was just like a quadro, and it didn't quite behave properly in that it kind of wanted to turn more like a plane rather than something that would be stable. Okay, so now that that's installed, we can connect our transmitter to the computer, and this wire here is a USB and on one end, and it's a plug-in at the other end that fits in the back of the transmitter. And this I ordered from High-Tech, and of course High-Tech is the model that I have. It's the Aurora 9, so it's a 9-channel transmitter. So on the back are two slots. One is for recharging the battery, so you want to make sure that you're choosing the right slot, and this one here fits in the trainer plug-in. So I'm just going to go plug this USB into the computer. So now that it's installed or plugged in, I can turn it on and we'll connect it. And the first thing you want to do is see if you want to transmit the frequency or not. And I don't want to do that, but this is a touch screen model, and so I can just go into the High-Tech and to the training pupil. So that's all that's needed for the Aurora 9. Now we can go ahead and start the software. So the first thing you're going to want to do is choose a new model. We'll go to load. And as I stated earlier, I did test out the Dragonfly. Here's a screenshot of it, so you know what it looks like. And it was pretty good to begin with, but it's not as good as the newer models that just came out. So I'm going to go back up a level and choose the hexa. And here's a screenshot. And the other thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and change the background landscape. There we go. Okay, so this is the one that came with the Dragonfly. So, okay. The other thing you're going to need to do is set up the transmitter. So it'll work with your transmitter. And I'm just going to go to mapping and calibration. So you can see these are the settings that I've chosen that work with my my transmitter. There's throttle, yaw, there's up and down, left and right. Okay, and once you're done calibrating, you just say okay, and you're done. And here we go. And just like the real Hexa, you can see the front has a red arm on it. And it's kind of hard to see. And this model actually has a little bit of a camera on that behind it there. So it takes a little bit, but it's kind of fun to play with, and I think that is a great start up to get you going.